He tightened the last bolt, and the planet shivered. Waves rose like white fangs. The ring he'd built 30,000 kilometers of bright alloy clicked into place around the equator. Tides leaned in, grinning, hungry for something he couldn't name. Before Cade could breathe, the sky bent low and whispered, close his lips to an ear, "Do you vow to stay?" His glove froze on the leva. Stay? He'd come to fix Auroras 3, not marry it. Stabilize the gravity drift, stop the moonquakes, save the colony. Then leave. That was the deal. That was the promise to his sister hiding in the flood camps. Wind hissed. Static crawled over his visor. Answer, Startender. Nobody had used that name since he was a kid. Nobody but his mother. Cade's heart went sharp. Who is this? The clouds rolled and his HUD dimmed. The voice softened. The ring fits. The world can hold. If you vow to stay, I will let them live. Lightning stitched the horizon. He tasted metal in his mouth. This sounded like an ancient ritual, one he'd only read in smuggled fragments. Old rules. Forbidden vows. Stories of planets binding a human mind to keep the weather sane. He forced a laugh he didn't feel. I'm an engineer. I built hardware. I don't vow to rocks. Below him, the sea flexed. The ring hummed. Far off, the colony's towers flickered as if they'd heard the voice too. Cade pictured Rhea, his kid sister, counting sandbags with blue lips and stubborn eyes. He had 3 minutes before the calibrations locked. After that, the ring would run without a pilot. He could leave. He could. Do you vow to stay? The sky asked again. Patient, cold, Cade gripped the rail. What happens if I don't? Silence. The kind that weighed more than gravity. Then tides take what is owed. Up on the scaffold, the air felt thin. He remembered a warning his mother whispered when he was small. Never promise yourself to a living world. Never say I do where the sky can hear. She'd vanished on a mission like this one. Lost to an accident, they said. Prove you're real, he said. Say something only she'd know. A lullaby drifted across the wind, off-key in the way his mother sang when she was working late. Cade's chest folded. He pressed his helmet against the rail. The note became a memory, then a message. Cade, the sky breathed. I am here. The ring is not a shield. It is a wedding band. His skin went cold. You built it, the voice went on. But it was built for you. Midpoint, truth flipped him on his back. This wasn't just a machine to stop the sea. It was a vow trap. A seat where a human stayed forever so everyone else could run. He swallowed hard. How are you, Mom? I watched the storms for 10 years, she said, gentle and frayed. The planet needs a mind to wake and sleep with it. I broke my promise once. The world almost drowned. I have held on until you came. He saw it now in the drift of clouds. A shape, a pattern, a will. Auroras 3 wasn't dead rock. It was a body with a pulse, and his mother was inside it, thin as a thread. I can't stay, he whispered. Rhea, we'll die, the sky said. If you go? The tongue cracked. Another voice cut in, rough, human, unwelcome. Anchor team, this is Commander Seer. New order, disengage and prepare for retrieval. We scrap the ring, harvest the core, and jump. Auroras 3 is a loss. Seer, the man who exiled Cade, the man who called his mother a fool. His ship's shadow crawled over the water like a bruise. Drones streaked down, claws out for the ring he bled to build. Cade's jaw set. You can't? The colony not our problem? Seer said. Come home, Raza. Lightning licked the drones. The sky spoke to Cade alone. Vow and I'll lend you storms. He stared at the world below. At the ring, bright as a blade. At the camps along the cliffs. He could see tiny figures looking up. He imagined Rhea among them, chin up, refusing to cry. He didn't have time to explain myth or math. He had a choice so simple it hurt. He clicked to a private channel. Rhea, if you can hear me, I might need to stay. Static. Then a small voice. Cade? The water is laughing. He looked. The tide line grinned higher, teeth of foam. Drones dove. The sea leaned forward like a giant about to bite. Cade pulled off his glove. The ring's command rail was bare metal. It wouldn't take his gauntlet. It wanted skin. It wanted a pulse. His mother sighed in the wind. I can hold you like I did when you were born. I can keep you safe even while you drown. But the world will ask for your years. How many? All of them. The rage came sudden, hot. At the myths. At a universe that traded suns for quiet seas. Cade raised his bare hand over the rail. The metal gleamed, waiting. Terms, he said through his teeth. If I vow the colony lives, Rhea lives. My crew lives. And you let me choose the weather? Clouds churned. The world listened. Agree, the sky said. The first drone screamed toward the scaffold. Cade thought of his mother's laugh. He thought of Rhea's stubborn eyes. He thought of all the times the sea had stolen names, and he had been too slow to pull them back. He pressed his palm to the rail. Metal bit. Cold rushed up his arm, fast as a river. The ring lit, segment by segment, a bright band on a dark world. Feeling poured into him deep currents, iron mountains, the slow ache of the planet's bones. He tasted salt and stone and lightning. He heard his mother gasp, not with pain but with relief. Speak, the sky whispered. Say the vow. Drones rained down. Sear's ship powered its guns. The colony held its breath. Cade lifted his head to the storm. His voice shook. I vow to... Something moved in the water below. A figure walked out of the surf, hair slicked to her face, eyes lit with pale fire. Rhea, but not. The ocean stood behind her like a crown. She looked up at him. The sky spoke through her mouth. Hurry, Cade, she said, voice layered with his mother's and the sea's, or I will claim her in your place. His heart cracked. His grip tightened. Above, the first drone opened its claws. I want the next heartbeat of this saga. Follow now so you don't miss part 2.